Well, somehow my Twitch player is down, but I don't need it anyway. I was just curious. Maybe something loaded wrong, but sadly, just dead. I would hope that others can see the stream still, but I don't know. Whatever, let's continue our journey. This should not happen. Why did that get teleported to the origin point? I need to fix this. So how come hold on. Oh, I implemented it differently. I need to go like this. Now this is a problem. We have the problem that we have an island, and let's call it a cave. We have two overworlds. We can go from here to here and from there to here. Which means if we go from here to here, this guy needs to hide. But if we have a battle in the cave, we also change levels while we go to the battle. So I need to remember this guy. When this battle is over, I come back to the cave, and from the cave I need to go back to the island. But the positions of the visual actors, they need to be memorized. And right now I just have one memorized string which doesn't care about when to show things. So I need to make clusters of memorizations now. Ah, fuck. So this is a problem now. Or is it a problem? Because this is like a stack of memorization, so it's not that big of a problem. So if the battle controller memorizes what to show after a fight, and some other controller memorizes the overworld we are coming from, entering the cave. And it should be fine. Now the thing is, do I have worlds or islands or overworld things where I have a chain of doors where I can go from one chamber to the other? Right now it's designed like there is an overworld and everything is connected to the overworld, which is like the island. Meaning I cannot go from island to cave 1 to cave 2 to cave 3. It would be island cave 1, island cave 2, island cave 3. If I want to go to other caves. Maybe for now I can leave it like it is, where the island is the main hub, going to other places. Afterwards I can change it if I need it. Because this code still works. And in combination with our battle, it would still work. Do I memorize though? We do freeze them. So when the level is loaded, come to here, and when the level is hidden, come to here. Interesting, this is the overworld player. And we interact there. Hide all levels, which means it would also hide the test level, no? How does this work? Can this even work? I mean, it still works somehow. Ah, interesting. Okay. When the level is hidden, I did memorize the interaction. I tell it to then load that interaction content. And then, and we load that. Set the player to the spawn point, the entrance point, enable its controls. And then we just unbind and the level is loaded. So coming back, we never use, we never say that things need to come to life again. So when something has loaded, we still have to do this. Like here. If we can find it, then this should happen. I wonder if this works. Why is this still firing? Now they're gone. So we cannot get them back. Not like this at least. Oh, I'm probably not just showing them because that guy just landed. What a lucky catch. Yeah, that's the wrong thing. So I was resuming, but making them invisible. Means they should fly now. It lands there. But not clean it up. Concerning. Interact. Level object. Freeze world. Logic. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it was frozen. It was just visible. So that landed. We go here. We should deactivate collisions when something is frozen. Freeze cluster. Freeze orb-lane. We already have initialized. No. Touch player, we need that. Ground. It's fine, initial. Okay. So we need touch enabled. I don't like this variable name since it could get misinterpreted by the input of touch displays, but it should be clear that we don't use touch input. So if it's initialized and the touch is enabled, then it's fine. What we have to do is if this guy is frozen and touch is also frozen, and if we resume, touch also resumes. And touch should be enabled by default. Yes, this works. So we won't trigger a fight when they are frozen. Come on, land. There you go. Oh. And then it should be still there. Perfect. Alright. So we fixed that little problem for now. Of course, it's not perfect since we also have the problem that when something is chasing us and we run into a cave and come back, that guy still needs to chase us. I'm not sure if this is possible right now. It should not lose the reference to the player. But still, it is using the old world listener and so on. So there are some things that are still open. But for now, that little bug from yesterday is fixed. Now we can go back to our battle system. This is done. Implement what the second competitor does after we accept. Where do we accept again? Let's follow our input. Player has accepted round by battle controller. On here, so if the player presses the accept, it will so we do assume that the first slot is the player. What the fuck? Like this. Oh my god. Please make an R. Alright, be right back, guys. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah. So, would the CPU be on the battle controller? Would I? I mean, depending on what this is, probably simple CPU. But also, where do I tell this? Is it this ID? No. Where do I tell it to be? Where do I set this? Air battle. This shouldn't be player, of course. We are simple CPU. Later, maybe I can put it in the swarm itself and get it inside here, but for now, simple CPU should be sufficient. I should be clear on the 0 and 1 because I still call this the competitor slot 2. So let's go here and rename these. Like so. Now it should be more clear. Moving on. So with the simple CPU, this guy just needs to accept, because he cannot do anything. He can just do the next round. He has no option. So if both accepted, now we need the listener to be able to know that both competitors are done, which means I need to be sure that this listener is binded or bound, which it is. Which means if he waits for the players, competitor accept wait registry, this guy needs to be filled when, or need to be already be filled when we arrive here. Which means probably at the prepare we need to set them up already. How do we get the IDs? From here. Create competitor, set competitor slot, set competitor. Register competitor for accept waiting. Add unique. I mean, yes, add unique, but competitor ID. Maybe we should do it like this. And we don't have to copy paste it around. Okay. So for the first round, we have it. For the next round, we still have to register them. We have to be... So we have to have a function that can handle it afterwards, but for now it's fine. This should never happen. So having this error will help us if it ever happens. And if it does contain, then remove item. And then check is empty. And if it is empty, do stuff. But what will we do if it is empty? Which means both competitors are ready. But are the ARP links ready? And this gathers. But where do we have it, the other thing implemented already? Was it here? Guess not. Where did I implement that? Summoner. So we have the waiting list at summoner level. Fun enough, I have it in the abstract competitor, which is perfect because we can then implement it to other classes too. This shouldn't be here, I think. The AI should not go through the abstract competitor. The AI should control maybe the abstract competitor, but this needs to be above. This dispatcher needs to find its way to battle controller. Or do I just ask, is competitor ready? Maybe that's the way to do this. Interesting, I implemented it here. Okay, then it's fine. Man, I forgot what I did yesterday. Ohayo. Was it Shima? Shima desu ka? Ah, okay. How are you doing, Shima? Question mark? How do I say question mark in Japanese? Hatena? I see. Thank you. 忘れちゃおう。難しい。Which means if I change the formation, this needs to be false again. How do I do this? Where do I update the formation? Here. Register. Do this. And then it are fighting entities ready, and then we have output here met ready, and get this one. Nani shiteru no? Huh? Ah, なるほど。There is a new snapshot with new update. Hi. New villager mechanic. Villager trading and so on is different. でも悲しい。猿の factory or farm. What was broken again? 壊れた。はい。はいはいはい。I cannot send villager to zombie and get discount. 悲しい。なんで多分 it was a bug? 多分 not balanced? わかんない。Players accepted round. Are orplings ready? Get orplings. No. Are orplings. Wait. Are fighting entities. Okay. Are fighting entities ready? All right. Boom. Maybe calling these the same way is not a good idea. Are fighting entities of competitors ready? How about that? I think this is better. And if it's true, accept round, accept round, which means we have to go here. And if this is empty, we need to check this. Else, check later. Or waits for a dispatcher. And like this. But if they are ready to print waiter or listener not implemented, or accept. But if they are ready, this goes for start round. Which means start round needs to print. Let's test. And if the test works, I'm done for today. Boom. Readying up. Boom, 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 boom. E press enter. Error, waiter of listener not implemented for accept. Interesting. Because the other opponent cannot tell us if his Orplings are ready. Or no, not the Orplings. They should be fine. I think. Oh, no. I still need to implement that because fighting entity listener. No, where was it again? It is here, yes. Fighting entity listener. Where does that go? Here, abstract, create events. Fighting entity listener. Arrived on register. So we do go here, do unregistered stuff here, and then we do our own thing. If Orpling waiting list is empty. So we still need the simple or the standard encounter. Fighting entity listener. Fighting entity listener. Opening waiting lists. Now the thing is, why do I do it here? Why don't I do it here? Now I have to implement it in many places. You didn't know? Well, the function still works, but in old version you could cure the villager 7 times and it would permanently stack discount over stack discount. So very cheap. But now I think it only works 1 time or something like this. I'm not sure, I didn't check. Also, when I find new villager, put job block next to him, he will get job. Then I can check trade options and look if he gives me good trade. So if I look for librarian and he gives me unbreaking 1, I can break job block, replace job block, and I get new librarian. New librarian gives me mending. This time I cannot do this trick anymore. I cannot infinitely switch librarian until I find best option. Now if I want mending, I need a villager from swamp. The villager needs to be born in the swamp biome. I cannot go to desert, find villager, find librarian villager. He can never have mending enchantment book, sadly. Okay. Yeah, very complicated, I know. Monkey perfect explanation. Hanpeki saru. What is explanation in Japanese? Setsumei. Hanpeki saru setsumei. No, I don't want to say monkey's explanation is perfect. I want to say perfect monkey explanation. Like a title. Now if I press enter, the round starts. And we are done for today. Did you see my formations? Let me show you. So we have the enemy, he touches us, battle starts. This is our opponent and this is the player. Now we are in the fire formation and I can switch to... Oh no, it's broken. Uh-oh, it's broken. Nande? Why are there so many? Damn it. If I restart now, I'm not sure if I get this error again. I need to find out what's going on. We have 2 greens. This is not okay. They have no ID. Correct. I do have ID on this, not on the visual actor or visual entity. Air, lightning. What is this? Earth, water. So what is this then? Fire, earth. And this? Earth crystal. What is this? Also earth crystal. So we created two of the same. What's going on here? What if I... There is fire too, and fire goes there. Am I creating even more when I change? No, they're just doubled. Interesting, let's go. Let's start again and start another battle. So I need to be sure that I never create two. So we have it here. And now we only have half of the time count of this. So if I go to water, now they change. So this is the water formation then. And this is the earth formation. Interesting. I need to make sure I do not create this 2 times. Lightning formation. Air formation. And crystal. And I can go to the overworld back and the fight is over. So how did that happen? If I am here and prepare, this guy needed to fire 2 times if I had everything double. So let's find where this guy gets fired, which is here in Orpling. Oh, I had a double touch then. If I get touched in a very, very unfortunate tangent, then this guy can fire 2 times. So we have to be sure this touch enabled is false. And we have to be sure. Note. Enable touch again when fight is over. And we do that already. We resume it. Where do we set it off when we freeze? But this is too late. On this point it's too late. We need to freeze it here already with the touch. Alright, that doubling should never happen ever again, but I cannot check Because I would assume this fired 2 times, which means this touch event fired 2 times. No, this one. But now I say false when it goes here, so it cannot enter this in anymore. If this happens 2 times again, it could also mean it created 2 orblings. I hope that never happens, but if it happens, we know what to look for. Anyway, this is it for today. Shima, thank you for joining. Everyone else, thanks for supporting and watching. And I see you guys next time. Bye bye. Mata ne.